Hello everyone, welcome to part 48 of Laravel 11 series in which we are getting the e-commerce website with Laravel and MongoDB. So we are going to work on the brands module. So we are going to create collection in this part and we'll add some brand with header and we'll show them in the admin panel with the active, inactive and delete functionality. So every product have some brands, okay. So far we have added the categories as well as the products module, and here for products we can able to see that we added the products under the categories, but we also required to add them under some brand. We are required to add here select brand option, select brand drop down here, okay. So for that we are required to add one complete brands module, like we have added the category module. So far we will add the brands module as well, okay, in which the admin can able to add as many brands as they want, okay. So the brands module CRUD for brands is required. So first of all we are going to create the brands collection, okay. So let's create its collection, and these are the fields that we are going to add. See, id will automatically get created. I'm not going to add id, name, status. So these fields will also get automatically get created, okay. So we are going to create the brand model as well as the migration file for it with this common command. I'm going to run this one, and I'm going to run for my project XAMPP docs, and this is my project. Right click, services, new terminate folder, and here I'm going to run this command php artisan make model brand hyphen m, okay. It will create the brand model as well as it will create that blade file, that php file, migration file, in which we are going to add that, okay. So I'm going to close the earlier file first of all, and I'm going to open the brand model, and we'll also open that the migration file that we have just created, okay. And for the model we are going to replace this one default, default model class that belongs to the MySQL, that is for the MySQL, okay. And we are going to replace it with the this one MongoDB class, okay. So after this we are going to modify here the migration file. Here we are going to add the brand columns, okay. Here we have just given here this one, but this is incorrect. We are required to add all these columns, okay. So here the brand name, brand image. So from here create migration file with name, and for creating brand collection with below columns. So uh, here I'm going to remove this one, okay. So here these are the columns, exact columns, okay. So I'm going to copy this one and will paste here, because we are adding all the columns that we can add, but you can update as per your requirement. You can make it less as well. If you are not required the brand logo, then you can able to remove it as well, okay. I think there must be one more column. Yeah, brand image is also there. Yeah, brand image, brand logo, okay. Brand discount. So I have added all possible columns, but you can able to remove if you don't want to add any, okay. So after that we are going to run this php artisan migrate command, so that this collection will get created. So let's see, the collection must get created in MongoDB. I'm going to refresh our project 11 database, and here you can see the brands collection is now come into existence, okay. So now we are going to add few of the brands. So this is the, okay. We are going to create the controller file for the brand as well, okay. So we are going to create the controller file under the admin, okay. After creating the controller file, then we are going to create the seeder file for the brand, so that we can able to insert few brands, okay. So after creating this seeder file, and now I'm going to open brand table seeder, and here we are going to copy this one, and here we're going to copy this, and here we are going to copy this brand records that we can add some of the brands here. I just copy this one, and here we able to add some of the brands, and we are going to call this one in database seeder. We are going to disable the earlier one, and finally we are going to run the php artisan db seed command, okay, to so that we can able to insert these brands. Okay, so you can see that it's done successfully, and now we can refresh and we can see some of the brands have been added here. Okay, so now we can show these brands in the admin panel, and here we are going to add its route in web.php file. We're going to add the brands here, and brands function in BrandController that we have created. Okay, so after this yeah, see, we are required to modify the function, because here we can directly add the roles and permission module as well. Okay, so because straight away we can add this one, so that we are not required to do that again and again. We can simply copy and paste here, and we simply send the brands module here, this one. Okay, this return here. So I'm going to add the file there, that I'm going to add that brands.blade.php file, and that I can copy some other file in which everything is given. So I will go resources, views, admin, and from products I'm just going to copy this one, and I will add it under brands. There I'm going to create the brands folder first of all, and will add this one under brands, and here I'm going to rename it to the brands.blade.php file. Okay, so here we are going to move it here. Okay, so here we are going to modify brands management, and here we are going to add the brands as well, brands here as well. Okay, so rest of the code we are going to update from here. This is the table by which we are going to show the brands. Okay, we are going to align it as well, and we are going to see here. Okay, here still we are required to add the brands on the left side that we are going to add, but here we can just give the URL. Okay, so target class. Okay, so here we are required to add here the brand controller as well at the top. Now we are going to check, still okay, so brand model we are required to add in the brand controller. Here we have not added. So here the admin's role also we are going to add, because we are going to work on roles and permission for the brand straight away. Also we are going to add the auth, and now okay, so now we will continue. See, I'm going to save it as well, and here we are going to modify this products module with the brands module as well. Okay, and now we are going to check, and target class brand controller does not exist. We're going to see what issue exactly. Here we have no, we have added the brand controller, but here it is not shown. Okay, we are going to add the brand controller here. Let's see now. Finally it has been done, and you can see the brands are here, but here is one issue in brands. We have added duplicate. Okay, so we are going to remove this one brand. Okay, so yeah, no, you can see the brands now is coming, and here also we are going to modify this one. Instead of product, we are going to make it brand, and here as well add it brand, and I'm going to search with product. Nothing is left. Okay, so now you can able to see all the brands that we have added earlier. We are now showing here. Also we're going to add at the left side bar brands module, and data table is still not coming because we are required to add the data table in layout.blade layout blade file. We are going to add here the brands as well, and now you can see the data table is also visible. Okay, so we are going to add it at the left sidebar as well. So I'm going to open the sidebar here. Here I'm going to add the condition to add the brands as well, so that we can able to highlight the catalog heading as well. Okay, brands will come up here, and also I'm going to add this li for the brands as well. Okay, brands and here. So let's see. So brands, and we are going to highlight the brand as well, and for that we are going to add here the session, and we are going to put that session like we have done with the other modules as well, like the here like session we are required to put in the same way. Here we are going to put the session for the brands as well. Now we are going to see we able to highlight it at the left side bar as well. It comes under the catalog management, that's why catalog is also highlighted and brands is also highlighted, and we can see the data table also. We can able to see all the brands here. So in the next step we are going to work on the active inactive status for the brand. Okay, so let's add the another route for brands. Here we're going to add, and I'm going to add the function for the updating the status, that we are going to add it under the that brand controller. Okay, and here make sure that id is must be underscore id. Okay, so now also we are going to add its js function. Okay, that will convert the status to active to inactive or inactive to active. Okay, so that we are going to add under the custom.js. Okay, after the category we can add this one as well, like this. So here now we are going to check we can make them active or inactive. Okay, see I able to make two of the brands inactive without any issue. Okay, and now again I have made them active, so it's working fine. And also I'm going to move the brands after categories. Okay, so that because the brands are required to add earlier than the category than the products. Okay, so I'm going to modify the sidebar here. I'm going to cut from here. We'll add it before products, like this. Fine, now categories, brands and products. Okay, so now we are going to work on the delete functionality. For delete route we are going to add this route in here in web.php file. I'm going to add this route for deleting the brand, and this function for deleting the brand. I'm going to add this function in the brand controller, like this. Okay, so this function will delete the brand, and let's test this function. Okay, so roles, yeah, for roles we will do this, but first of all we are going to delete the brand. We will try to delete the brand, and we'll see. Like if I will click on this delete brand, yes, this switch alert is working fine, this comma delete function in jQuery. Okay, if we will cancel it will not delete, and if we are going to click on yes delete it, then it is going to delete that brand, and that brand is deleted now. Okay, brand deleted successfully, so it's working fine as well. So finally we are able to do this delete functionality as well. Now we are going to update the roles. Update roles functionality we can do side by side. Here we are going to add for the brands as well. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one, and we'll add for the brands as well. Here, like for categories, we are going to add for the brand these conditions, and this one we are going to add here as well. So we are going to check now the permissions will work or not. Okay, so here, like for the sub admins, the admin is going to give access to Amit, like okay, once again we are required to update, we will make them 12 instead of 6. Let's see. Okay, fine. And now see, we are going to see, I'm going to check with the brands module. I'm going to open in Ignito window and going to check with the Amit subadmin, sorry, admin login. Okay, so I'm going to log in here. Sorry, not with admin. I'm going to log in with the subadmin. I'm going to log out once again and we'll log in with Amit. Amit at the rate of admin.com. Password is 123456. Let's sign in. And now I'm going to the brands, and here it is showing this feature is restricted for you because this subadmin does not have any access. Okay, so now I'm going to give the access of the brands module. Let's go once again. Let's click on brands, and this still it is showing is restricted. Okay, so it means that there is some issue. I think we not able to update it. Okay, so there is some issue. We are required to see that what issue exactly is coming with this one. So there is one issue that we have resolved, and now we can see that we able to update any role. And okay, now you can see that it's working fine. Okay, so the issue is here we are required to add, uh, I'm going to show you that what I have done exactly. I have added this condition, the updated this condition. Here earlier we are only checking with the subadmin ID, but now also we need to compare with the module. Okay, so we are just modify this condition. If you will say earlier it was like this, and now we have also added it with the module as well. Okay, so this was the mistake, so you need to rectify it at your end. And now we are going to check it with here. Okay, so I'm going to here will give only the view access to the brands right now, and we'll check it with the Amit subadmin, and he can able to access this one. Yes, he can able to access. So now I'm going to give the view and edit access as well. See both access. Now he must see all these icons and also the add brand. Yes, it is visible. Okay, also active inactive as well as the edit feature is activated. So now I'm going to give him the full access, and we click submit, and now I'm going to check he will also get the delete access as well. Okay, so in this part we have covered the we have shown the brands in edit panel, we make them active inactive, we have also done the delete feature, and also roles and permissions. Okay, roles and permissions is also done. Okay, roles and permissions. Okay, so that is also we have done in this part. Okay, so in the next part we are going to work on it on adding and editing of the brand from the edit panel, and we'll also work on brand image and logo. Okay, we are going to add lead brand image and logo. Okay, and lead and as well as the delete. Okay, so we are going to work on this thing in the next video as well. So stay tuned for that. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.